depreciation, which is called non-cash item sale. In annual, how many weeks are there? 52 units. The company has to pay other overhead, means indirect expenditure. Credit allowed by supplier is 1 month. You have taken 4 weeks. Hello, my dear student. I am Dr. B.S. Subramaniam, called by name Dr. B.S.S., Professor in Commerce and Management, Vidyashram First Grade College, a Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. I am going to hand Financial Management 2 of the final year BCom. The session goes in favor of working capital. I am going to hand session number 2 now. I already told you what is actually working capital is. So when you do the business, there are 2 types of capital. One is called fixed capital, another is called the working capital. I will give an example for that. If Mr. X has invested 1 lakh rupees into the business, out of 1 lakh, he purchased the land, he purchased the building, he purchased the furniture, he purchased the motor car for worth of rupees 80,000. Out of 1 lakh, he put about 80,000 for this fixed asset. And another 20,000 he is utilizing for day-to-day operation. The day-to-day operation is called working capital. He has to meet day-to-day expenditure. He has to purchase the raw material. He has to spend some amount for the computer expenses. He has to purchase the paper. He has to purchase the pen. That is called utensils, whatever you require for day-to-day operation. So there are 2 types of capital. One is called fixed capital. One is called working capital. Now we are focusing on working capital. In management accounting or in financial management, the word working capital goes current asset minus current liability is called working capital. What is working capital? Current asset minus current liability is called working capital. So what are the current assets are? We already studied in the first BCom, second BCom, what are the current assets and current liability also. Till you would like to show, I'll throw on lights something. What are the current assets are? What are the current liabilities are? The current assets are cash in hand, cash at bank, debtor, work in progress, closing stock, prepaid expenses. What are the current liabilities are? Creditor, bills payable, bank overdraft, provision for taxation, proposed dividend, any outstanding. Even prepaid is an asset, current asset, outstanding is a liability. So what is working capital? Current asset, current liability is working capital, which will help to day-to-day operation. Day-to-day operation capital is called working capital. For a long term, the land, building, machinery, purchase you are utilizing for a long term. That is called the fixed capital. Those assets are fixed as that is going to remain in the firm for a long time, whereas the working capital is considered for day-to-day operation. So what is working capital? Current asset minus current liability. Now we'll go to the problem now slowly. I will explain each item slowly and say that how to work out the working capital. So definite problem from the examination point of view. So the problem goes like this. Calculate the amount of working capital requirement. So they have given the raw material elements, amount per unit is given, direct labor is given, overhead expenses given, the total cost is 85, profit is 15, selling price is 100. So while you are doing the working capital, the profit should not be considered. Why the profit should not be considered? So we are applying the loan in a bank. They will take only the cost of production, the cost of the article. What are the cost of the article? Raw material, labor and overhead, their total cost, that is only the cost will be considered. They won't consider the profit. Another word called depreciation, which is called non-cash item sale. So non-cash item should not be considered. That means depreciation is not considered. By chance, overhead includes the depreciation of rupees 6 means then you have to take only 24. Here how much is there? 30. It includes 6 rupees mean what's your actual amount? 24 you have to take. So depreciation should not be considered. profit should not be concerned. While valuing the finished goods, while valuing the you have to take as a cost price, even the debtor will be considered on the cost price. Some of the author consider debtor on the selling price, some of the author they consider on the cost price. So both are applicable in working capital. So as we are concerned, we are taking the cost of the goods as the base for debtor calculation and finished goods. Then regarding this word, raw materials held in stock, an average of 1 month we are going to hold the raw material for the future production is considered. The companies know at least you must have 1 month stock in the warehouse. If that there is a demand comes immediately, the stock can be utilized for the sake of production. Then material in process an average half a month. Then finished goods are in stock an average of 1 month. This material in process an average of process. Material in process means production in process, no? Where generally we follow material full value, labor half value, overhead half value taken. What is your assumption of this? So work is going on, material is already dumped, full material is already dumped, only we have to pay the labor charge, we have to overcharge till the goods, till the work has been finished. So we take only half of the labor, half of the overhead, full amount of the material is considered. We'll move on. Credit allowed by supplier means who supply our raw material, they have given a chance of 1 month. So 1 month means 4 weeks. Here now, because all are in the weekly basis there, 4 weeks they have given, you have to pay to creditor. So they have given a time of 4 weeks. Credit allowed to customer 2 months means 8 weeks. We allow to our debtor how many weeks? 8 weeks is given. Time lag and payment in wages is 2 weeks. We have given the wages to be paid on how many weeks? 2 weeks is a liability. Time lag of payment of overhead expenses 1 month means 4 weeks. We have to give the 4 weeks for the overhead expenses. Then 1/4 of the sales are made on the cash basis. So 75% is the credit basis, 25% is the cash basis, 1/4 means 3/4 is the credit sale. Debtor is considered. Cash in hand is expected to be 50,000. Expected level of production is 52,000. It's a year of 52 weeks. Calculation to be made on a weekly basis. We'll go with the calculation slowly. One by one we go. So what is your production? 52,000 units. 52,000 units in year of 52 weeks. Production per week. Production 52,000 divided by 52 per week, it works out 1,000 units. How many units per annum? 52,000. In an annum, how many weeks are there? 52 units per week. How much you have to pay? 1,000 units per week. Then production (52,000 units) minus 1/4, 25% cash sales. 1/4 is the cash sale. So 52,000 divided by 4, 13,000 will come. 4 ones are 4 threes are 13,000. Remaining is 39,000 is the credit sale. This is your debtors. 39,000 is the credit sale. Regarding the work in progress, we are going to calculate material in process. Material in process, we say. Slowly we can go that. First is the material. Material in process an average of half a month. In a month, 4 weeks. Half a month means 2 weeks. Material cost 40,000. Half a month means 2 weeks. Per week, how much? 1,000. So we want 52,000 divided by 52. Material in process, how many weeks? Average material process, half a month means 2 weeks at a cost of 40. So work out. 52,000 means 1,000 into 2 into 40, 80,000 full amount. Number 2, labor 52,000 divided by 52, 2 weeks. What is the cost of the labor? Labor cost is 15. Work out. This is 1,000 into 2 into 15, 30,000. Then number 3, overhead 52,000 divided by 52 into 2 weeks at rupees 30. That is, you see the word 30 rupees. So 1,000 into 2 into 30, 60,000. Add the figure. 1,70,000. So what is 1,70,000? Material in process. Regarding the debtors on credit sale. What's your credit sale? 39,000 divided by 52. So debtor is going to remind credit allowed to customer is 2 months means 8 weeks at a cost of 85. 2 months means 8 weeks. So production means credit sale is only 39,000. We already work out 39,000. 39,000 divided by 52, 750 into 8 weeks into 85. It was 5,10,000 debtor. 5,10,000. So production is 52. Only credit sale is 39 by 52 into 8 weeks into 85. Directly we can time log on 1 month, 1/4 of the sale, 52,000. So we'll go slow now. Raw materials 52,000 divided by 52. Raw materials in stock. Raw material held in stock of 1 month means 4 weeks. Cost is 40. 4 weeks. Cost is 40. So 1,000 into 4 into 40. It works out 1,60,000. Or we can write it here, 1,60,000. 1,60,000. Then work in progress. We already work out here in the working note. Working note, material, full, labor, material full, labor, then labor half, overhead half, overhead. See the working note, material, material work out 80,000. Put it here. 80,000. Labor work out 30,000. Overhead work out 60,000. This is 1,70,000. What is 1,70,000? Work in progress. So 1 lakh, this is the raw material. This is the material in process. Material full value. Labor half, overhead half. Then we'll move on to next one. So this over. Finished goods in stock, an average of 1 month means 4 weeks. How many? 85. Finished goods, 52,000 divided by 52 into how many weeks? Finished goods, an average of 1 month means 4 weeks. Cost is 85. 4 week. Cost is 85. On the cost price, 1,000 into 4 into 85, 3,40,000. I will repeat. So 52,000 by 52 is 1,000. 1,000 into 1 month means 4 week into cost price is 85. It comes to 3,40,000. Debtor at cost price. Debtor is already worked out. See that debtor on the sales, no? Already says 39,000. On the cost price, debtor 39,000. How many months? No? 8 weeks into 85. Come back here. Credit allowed to customer is 2 months. 39,000 divided by 52 into 8 into 85. Already worked out. Debtor already worked out on the cost price. If you want, 52,000 becomes only 39,000 divided by 52 into 8 into 85 into 8 into 85. Recheck once again. So 39,000 divided by 52 into 8 into 85. 5,10,000 will come. 5,10,000 income. Then prepaid expenses. See that? Any prepaid expenses is there? There is no. What is your cash in hand? 50,000. There is no prepaid expenses, nil, but extra cash in hand, 50,000. So total current assets now 1,60,000, 160, followed by 30, 1, 2, 3, 1,60,000 plus 1,70,000, 17030, 1,70,000. What is next one? So 1,60,000, 1,70,000 plus 3,40,000 plus 5,10,000 plus 50,000, 12,30,000. 12,30,000 total current assets. 12,30,000. Once again, we can check. 1,60,000, 1,70,000 is 3,30,000. 3,30,000 plus 3,30,000 plus 3,40,000 plus 5,10,000 plus 50,000, 12,30,000, correct? 12,30,000. Then come back to current creditor for purchases. Creditor for purchases. Creditor suppliers 1 month. On the raw material is concerned. 1 month means 4 weeks. So creditor for purchases. So 52,000 divided by 52. 1 month means 4 weeks at a cost of 40. Raw material. So this is 1,000 into 4 into 40. 1,60,000 minus figure. Lag in payment of wages. Lag in payment of wages. Lag in pay 2 weeks. 2 weeks. The cost of the labor is, labor cost is 15. How many weeks are there? 2 weeks. 52,000 divided by 52 into 2 weeks at a cost of 15. So lag in payment of wages 2 weeks, 52,000 divided by 52 into 15. This is 1,000 into 2 into 15. This work out 30,000. 30,000. Lag in payment of overhead. Lag in payment of overhead now. Lag in payment of 1 month means 4 weeks and cost is 4 weeks. Overhead cost is 30. See that? Lag in payment over 1 month. 52,000 into 52. 1 month means 4 weeks at the rate of 30. So 1,000 into 4 into 30. 4,000 into 1,20,000. That is. So here we have to pay to purchases creditor, we have to pay the wages, we have to pay the overhead not yet paid. It's nothing but a liability. The company has to pay 1,60,000 towards the creditor for purchases. The company has to pay for wages. 30,000 for labors are considered. The company has to pay other overhead means indirect expenditure to the extent of 1,20,000. Add the figure, total liability, add the figure 1,60,160 followed by 30, 1,60,000 plus 30,000 plus 1,20,000, 3,10,000, total liability 3,10,000. So working capital now, come back. 12,30,000 minus 3,10,000. 12,30,000. 12,30,000 minus, see that 12,30,000 minus 3,10,000. 9,20,000. This is simple. 12,30,000. We can write. Out of that, 3,10,000 gone. 92,000. No contingency, nil. Once again, the working capital is 9,20,000. So the company may say, your 9,20,000, they may keep aside about 10% or 15% for contingencies. Then we have to add about 10% on that. Then we say, then it is called as the gross working capital. This becomes the net working capital, we say. So they will give the full information. According to that information, we are going to work out now. See, one by one. So they have given the problem like this. Raw material 40 rupees, labor 15, overhead 15. Overhead means indirect expenditure, indirect material, indirect labor, indirect expense are considered as here. And in the cost sheet, you already studied about the overheads are considered. So indirect material, indirect labor, indirect expense is called overhead, is an expenditure. Labor is nothing but wages, material directly connected for production. What's your total cost? 85. How much profit should be added? I told you, ignore, left, ignore. Don't take into consideration, ignore this. Then raw material stock on average 1 month means 4 weeks. Material process average half a month. I told you material full value, labor half value, overhead half value to take. Then finished goods on average of 1 month means 4 weeks you have taken. Credit allowed by supplier is 1 month. You have taken 4 weeks. Credit allowed to customer is 2 months means 8 weeks. Time lag of payment is 2 weeks they have given. Time lag over 1 month means 4 weeks. 1/4 of the sale is the made on the cash basis means 3/4 is the credit basis. Cash in hand is 50,000. Total production is 52,000. Already work out 52,000 by 52 is 1,000 units per week. Production is 52,000. 1/4 the cash sale means credit sale is 39,000. 39,000 by 15 to 5,10,000, which we have to collect from the debtor. Material in process, I told you material full value, labor half value, overhead half value to take 52,000 between 2 into 40. Then labor. So here 250, this is your 80,000. 80,000. So 2 into 15 into half. This is 15,000 into half. This is 30,000. 5, 1,25,000. You can do like this also. Some authors says this amount, some authors says half of this. 52,002 into 15 into half. Then 52,002 into 30, 60 into half. So it works out 80,000. Then this becomes half of this, 15,000. This becomes 30,000. If you assume that only half has been taken into consideration, then we have to take 80,000 full value, labor half this as. So this becomes 80,000 plus 15,000 plus 30,000 become 1,25,000. You can change. So some of the author take the full value, some of the author takes the half value. If you assume half value, 15,000, 30,000, so 5, 8 plus 9 plus 3, 1,25,000. The total will change. Other things are remain constant. No problem. Here, finishing on 3 lakh, 5 lakh, 10,000, 15,000. Your total will be changed now. We assume as half, only the assumption, half. The total is 1,60,000 plus 1,25,000, 1,60,000 plus 1,25,000, 2,85,000 plus 3,40,000, 340 followed by 30 plus 5,10,000, 51030, 10,000 plus 50,000. It works out 11,85,000. 11,85,000 assumption, that's all. 11,85,000. Out of that, if we 3,30,000 gone minus 8,75,000. This becomes 8,75,000 assumption. You check this. I will repeat this. This is only an assumption. Lag in payment is okay. Regarding the material, no, full value, labor half, overhead half. So 30,000 is the full value. I worked out here, see that? See that? Material, labor, 52,002 into 15 into half. Assumption. This becomes 15 into half. Some of the authors takes the full value, some of the authors takes the half value. If you take the full value like this, if you take the half value is 1,25,000. So we have taken. So half means 15,000, half means 30,000. Totally it works out 1,25,000. Then 3 lakh, 45 lakh, this becomes. Total will be changed, that's all. 11,85,000. Then out of that 3,10,000 gone means 8,75,000. Your net working capital becomes 8,75,000. So if you take the assumption as half, you have to take the half. Some of the other takes the full value, some of the others take the half value. I have shown both the side, half and full. If you take the half of the amount with the assumption, labor and overhead will work out only half only, whereas the material will be work out full value. So working capital I have shown you. Hope you understand. So don't make confuse yourself while you are doing the work in progress. Material full value, labor half value, and overhead half value. In the university examination, they will take the half value. Some of the books they will take the full value, but from the examination of point of view, better to take the half value. Material full value, labor half value, overhead half value. Hope you understand what is working capital. Current asset minus current liability is called working capital. Hope you are not confused. Only here I will repeat slowly. Material full value work in progress or material process. Material full value, labor half value, overhead half value. I will repeat. Material in process, material full value, labor half value, overhead half value from the examination point of view. But some of the others take the full value also, because we want to get the mass now. Better take material full value, labor half value, overhead half value. Hope you understand this. What is working capital? Current asset minus current liability is working capital. Hope you follow that. So we'll have it one more problem on working capital. We'll meet in the next session with another good problem. Till then, goodbye.